Let's see here. Are we live, bruh? Are we live, bruh? Is this Jack Moo live, bruh? I think I'm live right now. Let me make sure I'm live right now. Can y'all hear me? Can I be heard, man? Can y'all hear me, man? Impromptu. Are we live, bruh? Now, I wasn't gonna do this, but hey, when in Rome, right? When in Rome. Let me raise my audio. Do I need to raise my audio, man? Real quick. Let me raise my audio. Can I be heard clearly, brothers and sisters? Can I be heard clearly, brothers and sisters? So, real quick, none too serious. Coming off the heels of the Sony PlayStation Showcase, very highly anticipated Sony PlayStation Showcase. You know, the showcase they only do once in every blue moon. We've been waiting on 18 months, you know what I mean? The showcase that had such announcements as God of War Ragnarok announcement, Horizon Forbidden West announcement. Hell, they even announced the fucking PlayStation 5 at a Sony showcase. They announced Miles Morales at a showcase. They announced Demon Souls remake at a showcase. So we go from that to getting Cat Quest, Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever the fuck that shit was called, man. We went from that to getting knockoff Splatoon with goddamn K-pop singers. We went from that to getting the goddamn a fake ass Vita, a fucking DualSense cut in half, put on a goddamn tablet that can't play games natively, but the PC can play the games natively that you trying to sell us. We getting goddamn games as a service that ain't a service to us because we don't even know when them bitches coming out. We get trailers to games with no release dates, but they still supposed to be coming out this year? How all that work, man? How all that work? That crazy. But the people were told last year at the goddamn Summer's Game Fest, Jeff Keighley, in his infinite fucking wisdom, Neil Druckmann came out. Well, first of all, they came out and said, you know, we're remaking The Last of Us. And it's going to play, he said it's going to be amazing because it's going to be The Last of Us, but it's going to look and play exactly like The Last of Us Part 2. That was a lie. Anyway, we moved on from that. Haven't we moved on from that? Sold less than 500,000 on PC, by the way. One of the most critically acclaimed games. When it dropped, it was the most critically acclaimed game of all time. A game that has sold roughly 30 million copies. Came out on PC, couldn't move 500K. God damn. I don't give a fuck what condition that motherfucker. Hey, half my friends retarded. I still fuck with them. I ain't never, listen, I don't give a fuck what kind of flaws you got, baby. How many of us buy games and we know that shit gonna be fucked up day one? that motherfucker couldn't move 500K. I think Persona 4 Golden sold more than that. God damn. Okay. Anyway, after the PlayStation Showcase, we were left with a lot of questions. We had more questions than answers, man. It was like watching the episode of goddamn Game of Thrones towards the end, right? We didn't know what the fuck was going on. But anywho, one of my burning questions was, where was Factions 2? Where was this game that they said at first when they announced it, they showed us a goddamn JPEG picture. It might have been PNG. It looked high quality. It might have been PNG. I'm going to say JPEG. They showed us a JPEG and said, next year, we got a lot to tell y'all boys. I said, well, shit, I can't wait. And you know I can't wait. This year, you know, this was the year they was going to tell us so much more. They showed us another picture. I said, I pray and I hope to God this isn't the more they were talking about. They showed us a fucking picture again. But I was told you're overreacting, Jack Move. Wait till the PlayStation Showcase. Well, actually, technically, I was told that last year. Because when I started complaining last year They said, well, you know, there's a showcase. There's always a showcase in September. There's a showcase coming up. And you had motherfuckers like Brad Sams or whatever the fuck these fuck niggas' names is. Jez Gordon and what's the fucking other fat nigga, Jeff Grubb, fat Jesus looking motherfucking ass. All these bitch ass niggas that ain't got no fucking knowledge. Listen. Yeah, well, you know, there's a showcase coming up next month, and you get ready to don't temper your ex Tom Warren and all these other bitch ass niggas. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. Foxy Gaming, all you niggas is stupid. All you bitch ass niggas is stupid, because you never know what the fuck you talking about. Where the fuck you getting your information from? Where you getting your fucking information from, man? The only person that I've ever heard do that inside information shit and it actually ended up being true is Randall Thor. And he a fucking Xbox gamer. How the fuck he got more knowledge on PlayStation than goddamn PlayStation? What the fuck is that noise, man? What is that noise, brother? That scared the shit out of me. That's supposed to be muted. That scared the shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me. What? Hey, thanks, appreciate you, but I'm gonna read the donations at the end. That scared the shit out of me. Jesus. Okay, I thought I had that muted. All right, Jesus. I lost my train of thought. That startled me. You ever been startled by some shit? I'm very easily startled, by the way. But yeah, they don't know what the fuck they talk about. But anywho, one question I was left with yesterday, man, it was like, well, where's Factions 2? They showed us a picture last year. They showed us a picture this year. Surely they have more information. And before this showcase that apparently we're entitled for wanting and having expectations, it's crazy, right? The fans did not set these expectations. PlayStation set these expectations, right? When you call something a showcase, there's a difference between a state of play and a showcase. A state of play is anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes of new announcements, be it PS4, PS5, VR, third-party games, first-party games. That's a fucking state of play. But a showcase? A showcase mean you really, keep your shoes tied tight, because them motherfuckers gonna, your socks getting blown off, right? Your shit gonna be, your dick gonna be through the ceiling watching this shit. You know what I mean? Call your doctor after 4 hours type shit. So when you use the term showcase and then you bring out, just some of the shit was shown. And let me say this about that showcase, right? Because I think we're getting misconstrued on what's going on. A majority of them games, I would say 90% of them games did not look bad at all. I would probably play 50 to 80% of those games. That is not the issue. I feel like people feel like we're not shitting on these developers, man. Some of them games look great. But the culmination and the packaging was wrong. Now, if you split that up over 15 state of plays, sprinkled every other month, bi-monthly, nobody's complaining. But when you put those shits together and say this is our showcase for the year, it's fucking trash, man. Simple. It's simple, really. I don't know what the goddamn situation, like, I'm not gonna even do no analogies, man. Y'all just see what the fuck going on. It's no analogy to be had. It's calm, it's cut, plain, and fucking dry what's going on, all right? On top of that, let's go over some of the recent Sony news we've been receiving. And I don't even remember all the news because it's just been, I always say, where is the good PlayStation news? It's always some negative shit. So recently, Deviation Games was working on a project fully funded by Sony, right? Fully funded by Sony. Why the fuck do I still hear shit? Why do I still hear shit?
Mojo has just donated $5 through Super Chat. You were right, Jack. A lot of people owe you an apology.
They do, Mojo. I appreciate that, fam. I don't know why I still hear this is why I don't like streaming OBS, because I don't know how to fix this shit. But anyway. So, I lost my train of thought again. What the fuck was I saying? I was talking about The Last of Us. No, I wasn't. I was talking about the showcase. What the fuck was I even talking about? I lost my train of thought, bro, because they keep scaring me, bro. I thought I had my notifications muted. Deviation. All right, cool. So, Deviation, they got a new studio fully funded by Sony. We hear they lay off like, what, 90 people? Some people are saying now. Some people say they was working on the KOTOR remake, the Knights of the Old Republic remake. That's not confirmed or denied. But even on top of that, the last showcase from 18 months ago that people wasn't fucking with either, they announced the KOTOR remake, and apparently that game is in development hell, and it's looking like that game may never, if these bitch ass insiders are to be believed, it's looking like that game may never see the light of day. Now, is that a separate game from the one Deviation was working on, or is that the Deviation game that also looked like it may be done? We may never see this game. So those games might be one and the same, or those might be two separate projects. You be the judge. On top of that, they acquired Bungie for however many $3 billion or whatever. Bungie has came in, and Bungie is one of the most successful, studios to make a games as a service. Destiny is very successful, but I didn't like the Bungie acquisition from jump, right? I didn't like the way it sounded because they came in on some cocky shit. They came in like, we'll come in under Sony, but we don't want to be under the PlayStation umbrella. We're not going to be acknowledged as a PlayStation first party studio. We're owned by Sony. We're not owned by PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? They came in on some cocky shit. And then they said, not only that, any game we make going forward, it's going to be a multi-plat regardless, right? So they came in demanding shit. I'm like, this don't sound, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. That was kind of weird, right? I just didn't really like the way that was sounding. So apparently, you know how Sony's trying to come out with 10 games as a service, whatnot. Apparently, they got Bungie to look over and curate these games. Now, I'm gonna be honest. One of my biggest critiques about PlayStation as of late, curation. They clearly don't curate shit they do. They don't curate. That word fucking me up with the goddamn teeth in my mouth. They don't curate the shit they put on the PS Store. They don't curate the shit they promote. The way trophy lists are, I know a lot of y'all don't care about. I care about trophy. They don't curate that. They don't curate nothing at PlayStation. It seems like since Jack Trent and all them left. So the fact that they got Bungie to actually look over these games is not a problem per se. It's not. I think it might be a good thing. But if, like I said, if these rumors are to be believed, Bungie is indirectly responsible for not only this Deviation game never coming out, getting canceled, apparently. Pixel Opus, another studio. This is all within the past 2 weeks. Pixel Opus, another studio. They made Concrete Genie, great game. They made a few other games. They got closed down. So apparently what they was working on didn't look like too much of nothing, right? Ben Stu, like, bro, I ain't talking about, but like, on top of all that news, Sony's other first parties don't seem to have nothing really in the tuck for real. Where the fuck Ben Studio at? Where the fuck Polyphony Digital at? Like, they got movies and TV shows, but they ain't got no fucking games coming out, bro. Like, what is going on? So, on top of the devs they've been working with, we got shit like Haven Studios just showed a game, Fair Game. It looked fucking, me personally, I'm not a first person shooter guy. I'm not a games as a service guy. This game didn't move the needle for me in a positive way. I probably would never touch this fucking game. It looks creatively bankrupt, and it looked like some bullshit, personally, right? And I told BG and all these other dudes clamoring for these online games, imagine a world where all these games get announced and none of them look appealing. That's where we're at currently. Nothing I've seen looks appealing. Helldivers 2, if you want to count that. I like Helldivers 1. I'll probably hop in and play that. But as far as this new shit they showing, what was the other one? Concord. None of this shit got release dates. None of this shit got release windows. None of this shit got gameplay. So when they announced that initiative, I truly believe they hadn't even started yet, or they were in very early stage of development, right? So listen, bro, it's in a world of hurt. So on top of all that, to compound all that, my questions. So today, Jason Schreier, very respected industry insider and journalist, he tweets out, new. Naughty Dog has significantly scaled down the team on its Last of Us multiplayer project. Mind you, they didn't show it. They didn't have no update. And they sent out a tweet earlier saying they assure us it's coming. You know the whole rigmarole they always do. We promise we got something. Y'all gonna be excited, man. Just wait on it, man. You know. Mind you, when they announced this game when they announced The Last of Us Part 2 would not have online, it was the day of Outbreak Day, which they renamed The Last of Us Day because they didn't want to be insensitive to a pandemic. Who gives a fuck, right? But they waited until the day you're supposed to be celebrating everything Last of Us. They waited till that day to tell us, oh yeah, you know that online mode that y'all love so much? It's not in the fucking game. Why would you wait to tell? I don't understand the messaging behind that. PlayStation never hops in front of the story. They wait till the shit get negative and balloons out of proportion to say something. Soon as you knew that game was not gonna have online, y'all should have told us. Hey guys, the project bigger than we expected. Some of the people that was working on online, we just want to make sure this game is as great as it can be, right? So factions ain't gonna be day one, but now we move. The statement they made last year at the Summer's Game Fest should have came out in 2020. They said that in 2022. We had to wait 2 years to hear what we should have heard 3 years ago, right? That's neither here nor there. But yeah. Following Bloomberg requests, the companies put out a Twitter statement today saying the game was delayed. So, a game that just a sane person would assume, a logical person would assume was coming out in June of 2020, which The Last of Us Part 2 in itself got fucking delayed. That game got delayed 2 or 3 times. So not only did that game get delayed 2 or 3 times, but in the back of our minds, we were saying, you know, it's still gonna be a great game, and we got Factions 2 coming out. Everything is golden. Everything is groovy, right? It's copacetic. After all them delays, we finally get to the game. The game leaks. The story of that fucking game leaks on top of that. So that's bad news. Then, oh, the game ain't got no fucking online. What? Okay, whatever, bro. So that get delayed. Then 2 years later, you saying we still working on it. Then that get delayed. What the fuck? And what's crazy, I know people been like, I can't wait till Jack Moore ran on this. It's to the point, bro. It's to the point where I don't fucking care. I don't even care anymore, right? Now, granted, I do want to play Factions 2. I hope it do come out one day, and I hope it is fun. But the moment they didn't put it in The Last of Us Part 2, I just automatically assumed we would never play this game. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the mind state I've had ever since then. Do I want it? Of course I want to play the game, bro. I played the first game 7-8 years. But I feel like it's never going to fucking come out. I feel like this game is vaporware at this point, right? It's something that's always spoken about, but we're never going to truly see it in action. I just had that. And even before that, when I saw the gameplay of The Last of Us Part 2, all that dodging and shit, my first thought was, how the fuck would they put that in an online setting? Motherfucker dodging left and right at the drop of a hat, being prone, shooting explosive grenade. I'm like, yo, that would be that was my first thought when I saw. I said that would be a fucking nightmare online. How would you even play that? So, you know, guns got stopping power. Certain guns will knock you fully to the ground when you get shot by them. And when I saw, I said, when I first saw, I said they either not gonna put none of that shit in the online at all, or they gonna have troubles developing that, right? Now, I'm not a game developer, but I'm just saying, I don't understand how you would have, you know, a 4v4 with motherfuckers throwing fisticuffs, dodging like goddamn Big Joe Rambo, and then a nigga behind them shooting rapid. I just don't understand how that would work in the gameplay setting. And clearly, they don't either. Clearly, they don't either, right? So that happens. Then we catch wind of The Last of Us getting remade, which is a whole nother story that I've already ranted about. But I said, okay, because I always thought The Last of Us Factions gameplay, when we saw leaked footage of it, it was the Lakeside map, a remade map from The Last of Us. So I always also thought that The Last of Us Factions 2 would really just be a remade, literally a remade version of the original online with a few newer guns, a few newer maps, and if they could fit in some of the mechanics like the dodge, they would do that, right? So I'm thinking when The Last of Us remake get announced, it's gonna have Factions 2 attached to it. But then come out and that don't got it. I'm like, okay. So now what they doing? Making it standalone. So then we find out they're making it standalone. So I'm like, all right, if it's standalone, is it free to play? Is it games as a service? Is it a full retail title? We still don't know. Well, we know it's game. Now we know it's games as a service. We do know that, and we know it's standalone. Is it gonna be free? Is it gonna be full? We still don't know. That's the problem, bro. If you ask me about PlayStation the past 3 years, I would say I don't know. Because I don't know. I just don't. Every other generation of PlayStation is almost like fucking clockwork, right? The original PlayStation came out of what, 94? By 97, they came out with a slim revised version of PlayStation. You know, the games is coming out. PlayStation 2. Whatever year they came out, 3 years later, they come out with the slim. PlayStation 3, they come out with the slim 3 years later. PlayStation 4, 3 years. Every time they come out with a brand new revision of the system 3 years after it launched, and usually 3 years after the system launches is when we get a smorgasbord of first party IPs, and the games just start rolling out and they don't stop, right? But this time around, 3 years in, I feel the same that I did in 2020. I don't know when the games are coming. I don't know they might be making more money than ever, bro. But as far as how I see it, bro, they in a world of fucking trouble right now. As far as we don't know, none of the fucking games is coming out. They don't know when the fucking game's coming out. None of these games are in showable forms. It's just a fucking disaster. It's a fucking disaster, bro. It reminds me of when the Xbox One came out. When the Xbox One came out, they blew their load at the beginning. Pause. They blew their load. They came out with the Rises and the Sunset Overdrives. And, you know, they had a few little decent games at launch. That shit broke Xbox so bad, that shit, niggas is still talking about Xbox 2014. We've gotten to that point with PlayStation. When you bring up your complaints with PlayStation, the first thing niggas say, we not gonna act like they ain't had one of the best launch lineups and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and Returnal. And nigga, that was 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago. Who gives a fuck about 3 years ago, man? This is 2023. What have you done for me lately, okay? And as of late, PlayStation ain't done a motherfucking thing that's worth of note, okay? I'm sorry. If you are a PlayStation-only gamer and you don't fuck with VR and these expensive-ass peripherals, niggas like, oh, why don't you go play Horizon Call of the Mountain? So let me get this straight, bitch nigga. You want me to drop $540 on a goddamn PS5, then drop another $600? Are you fucking stupid, bro? You got to be stupid, bro. I'm not doing that, bro. The cost of entry to VR is fucking abysmal. I'm not doing that, dumb nigga. Like, people crazy in a motherfucker, bro. Not only that, the VR launch, even though it's outpacing the first PSVR, I feel the PSVR 2 launch is a fucking disaster. Because all of the games that you could possibly promote PSVR 2 on are not on PSR 2. It's not on the fucking system. The most compelling VR software is not available on the new VR hardware. Why is that? You can't tell me y'all didn't plan this shit out, man. Y'all can't tell me y'all didn't talk about this shit, bro. And Sony own most of these fucking developers. So you didn't go to the niggas that made the Inpatient and the first fucking Rush of Blood. You ain't go to them and say, hey, man, we're coming out with a new headset, brother. You think you could patch those to be compatible with the VR within the launch window? Those conversations wasn't had? What the fuck are we doing? All these game manufacturers is talking about how important the ecosystem is, how important it is to carry your library with you. How the fuck you come out with a fucking niche set of hardware and it barely any of the games are compatible? That's fucking ridiculous. That's a big ask. To ask somebody to spend $500 to $600 on a brand new headset that's launching with virtually zero fucking, like, what? I'm perplexed by this, and I'm not a businessman. I'm not a businessman, people. Maybe I'm talking out my ass. Maybe I'm bugging. Where's Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal heavily rumored. David Jaffe even said he heard they working on Twisted Metal. They ain't even contact him to work on the shit, which I don't know if I blame him for that. But where the fuck is Twisted Metal? You got the show coming out. The only thing Sony been on time with recently is TV shows and movies. I don't give a fuck about TV shows and movies, man. The Last of Us show was decent. Could have been better. Uncharted movie was decent. Could have been better. I'm not going to see Gran Turismo because I don't give a fuck. And Twisted Metal look ridiculous. You got Anthony Mackie fucking with this fucking shit-eating grin. I don't know what's going on over there, man. I don't know what's going on over there at PlayStation. I don't think they know they got themselves. But anyway, what I want to say is, my whole synopsis of this Are We Live, bro, I feel like we got a good chance. I just want y'all to prepare and brace yourselves. I feel like Factions 2 will never come out. And I'm not doing that. It's not hyper. I feel like it's never gonna fucking come out. I really do feel that way. And I felt that way for upwards of the past 3 years. You know, I had a little hope when they reintroduced it to everybody. I had a little bit of hope, but it's quickly dwindled, right? It actually, the hope went away when I heard the rumors about The Last of Us remake not having to dodge. But I said, okay, they've been lying to us again. They've been lying to us again. And you know why I've had hope that this was never coming out? Another reason. Every time The Last of Us Day come around, Neil Druckmann always say some cryptic shit, right? He was always saying cryptic shit. He would never just come out and say, we're working on Factions 2 and it's gonna be good, I promise y'all. He will always say, I know y'all waiting. I know y'all waiting and I'm not gonna let y'all down. Nigga, what the fuck do that mean? What does that mean, Neil? What are you talking about, Neil? What are you talking about, brother? He never go back to all the Neil Druckmann statements that he released during the past 2 or 3 Outbreak days. He would say, I know y'all excited. We working hard. We gonna get it done. He never said Factions was coming. The last year was the first time he ever said that. That's why I was like, oh shit. He finally acknowledged. It's like the elephant in the room type shit, right? I just don't think it's coming out. I don't think it's ever gonna come out. And if it does come out, it's gonna be a fucking disaster, right? It's gonna be a fucking disaster. Naughty Dog has shown the propensity not to be able to handle games as a service. You remember when Uncharted 3 went free to play? Some of y'all probably don't remember that. I remember it vividly. It was a fucking nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare. And that's when they started introducing like microtransactions into the online games. And then The Last of Us came out with hat packs. And I remember buying a season pass of The Last of Us. I'm like, oh, if you get the season pass, you get all the hats. You know, I like my jiggy shit. Oh, I'm getting all the hats. Then they kept bringing out hats and they brought out a new bundle that was like $35. And they was like, oh, this bundle come out with exclusive hats. It's the only way you can get them. Well, what if I bought the season pass for the $30 already? So I got to drop another $35 to get 4 hats that aren't available separately. But I already got fucking 98% of the shit that's in the fucking pack. Like, shit like that rubbed me the wrong way, man. Shit like that, I don't like shit like that, man. Naughty Dog been moving weird. And this is something else we gotta talk about this. A lot of y'all are not going to agree with this, but I truly feel like this. Current day play, and listen, and like I said on Twitter, right? 2016 PlayStation, that remind me of like a Miami Heat LeBron James. That remind me of like a second stint Cleveland LeBron James. You know what I mean? At the peak. It's not much better. It's really that. It's really like that, right? PlayStation in 2023 is more of a Lakers LeBron, right? Current day LeBron. He's showing signs of age. He's slowing down a little bit. He can't carry the team like he used to. You know what I'm saying? He's still breaking records, right? He's still breaking records, but at the end of the day, it still ain't enough. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Sony might be selling a lot, right? They might still be at the you know, they might still be one of them ones, but they ain't the one no more. You see what I'm saying? They showing signs of age. They lost a step. It's clear they've lost a step. The messaging from PlayStation for the past 3 years has been absolutely fucking horrible. And I don't see it getting any better. All of it has been lies, smoke and mirrors. I'm not going through all this shit again because I've been talking about it for years. I'm getting tired of talking about this shit, right? And I knew it was bad. They've been showing signs of just weakness. All their moves reek of weakness and desperation, and I fucking hate that. I remember when they announced MLB going multi-plat, then they announced they put Xbox Live sign-ins on PlayStation the exact same day. This is when they was catching heat for cross-play and all that. All this shit, it just all reeks a sign of weakness, you know. They got fucking neck-bearded, fat, pickled, smelling neck motherfuckers stealing their games. You know, when they let PC terrorists win, I knew there was no hope. Niggas been asking for, and PlayStation has always put games on PC. Don't get it twisted. Helldivers was a PC game. Sony used to have a development studio for PC. I already know that, dickheads. PlanetSide 2 is a PlayStation game. DC Universe Online, PlayStation. They made those. I know that, dickhead. But their compelling first-party software was not a main priority to put on PC. Then you got the fat, stanky, basement-dwelling, dick-eating fuck niggas. Well, you know, if Sony doesn't give me an option to buy the game, I'll just steal the game. Damn. Okay. Okay. What Sony said? Oh, damn, bro. You heard that, bro? Let's put Horizon on there. Nigga, what? Horizon? So you gonna put one of your best-selling, one of the best brand new IP, highly selling game, you gonna put that shit on PC? Then what they say? Well, the Decima engine already on PC because we know we funded Kojima game, and it's just we just toe dipping. We ain't doing too much. We just put that one game on there. Ain't nobody. It's no adverse effect. Don't worry about it. Then they say, well, how about we put Days Gone on there? Then Days Gone, it just kept, you know, you give an issue, take them out. So you went from only doing it once to doing it repeatedly. Now you buying devs to port your games to PC, and the PC initiative has been a fucking abject failure, right? Now, granted, like I said, it's making money, right? Y'all gonna realize some shit ain't always good. It might be making money, but what? I'll say probably one of their games launched flawlessly and the rest of them have been fucking disasters. They've had to wait for patches and PC players been complaining. They ain't been buying them. Nobody bought Uncharted on PC. Nobody bought The Last of Us on PC. Nobody bought Sackboy on PC. Nobody bought Returnal on PC. They bought God of War, they bought Spider-Man and Miles Morales, and they bought Horizon. And nobody fucking bought Days Gone on PC. Okay? So, I would say that's an abject failure. Oh, well, they made $52 million putting their game on. Nigga, we talk about, bruh, $52 million, that's like saying $10 to a nigga like me. Like, bro, 52, it's a lot of money. Yeah, if you a broke nigga, like 50, they don't give a fuck about no 50. Bro, the game, I don't think y'all, these games were selling 20, bro. Spider-Man already had damn near 30 million, 35 million sales on PlayStation alone. So when it come to PC and sell 1 million, that's cute. It's cute. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? The Last of Us got over 30 million. The Last of Us 1 and 2 combined have sold, what, roughly 40 million copies on 2 systems? So for it to sell 300,000, you think they doing a shmoney dance to that? Now, how did PlayStation go from being one of the most revered gaming companies in the world, one of the most respect? You remember it's only on PlayStation how fucking powerful that statement was. Now they dancing for nigga pennies. Now they shaking their ass for 300,000 sold. Like I said, bro, if Nintendo released a game on PC and it sold 300,000, the next Nintendo Direct would come on and all them niggas would be hunched over and then it would be revealed they got katanas in their stomach. They'd kill their fucking selves, nigga. 300,000? Them niggas would kill themselves on goddamn Nintendo Direct. Treehouse following, goddammit. Let's show y'all new Kirby footage. You just so you don't fucking see your chop his goddamn spleen out. Are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy? Let's be fucking for real. Let's be fucking for real, okay? So, selling 30 million at $70 ain't impressive to none of you niggas. But selling 300,000 at $49.99 is a huge return on investment. Nigga, kill yourself. That's it. Just stop. Who y'all trying to convince? Cause it ain't me. It can't be me. Right idea, wrong nigga. That's it. That's it. Right idea, wrong nigga, King. You can't get me with that. I'm sorry. You sound crazy. So I feel like Sony hopped off the porch a little bit too much. They hopped off the porch a little bit too much. They wore themselves thin, right? Instead of bringing out games, they doing everything. It's funny, right? Everything we criticized, ridiculed, mocked, and joked about Xbox for back in the day, Sony ran it back. Like, I don't understand. We made fun of Xbox having no games. Well, where the fuck the PlayStation games at? We made fun of Xbox for putting their games on PC. Now Sony putting their games on PC. We made fun of Xbox about TV, movie. Now PlayStation doing it. We made fun of Xbox about all these peripherals and all these dumbass controllers. Now PlayStation doing it. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. George R.R. Martin couldn't write a better story than this. This is incredible. at the end of the day, it's gonna be some crazy fucking Netflix documentaries about this shit, right? The demise of PlayStation out this bit. I can see it, bro. PlayStation don't give a fuck right now. They like that quick money, bro. They like that quick money, bro. They don't like that sustained fucking. The way they got here is not the way they trying to stay on top. Clearly, Sony got here by having compelling first-party hardware in combination with having exclusive content that can't be found on other systems. They minimizing they fucking exclusive compelling content, and their exclusive that can't be found on other systems is also dwindling. So I say that to say this: I hope Microsoft acquires Activision. PlayStation one of them people, man, they gotta be damn near crippled, right? They gotta be crippled to do right. You gotta cut their fucking legs off for them to act right? So I feel like, and they doing it to themselves, bro. They doing it to themselves. I pray to God. I do. I just want Nintendo to make one traditional. If the next Nintendo console runs traditional Blu-ray disc and regular size fucking disc, not the mini fucking disc, and it's comparable in power to a 10th generation console, they're gonna fucking murder Sony. They're gonna fucking murder Sony. It's no doubt in my mind. All them little Yakuzas that we used to get first or only, the Personas of the world, all them games is gonna be only on Nintendo because Nintendo already is murdering them in fucking Japan, right? Bro, Sony, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, man. Ever since, and I go back to this. When they moved their headquarters to California, I did not see a big deal about it. Blandrew was saying, you gonna see. And I said, Blandrew, eat dick, right? I told Blandrew to eat dick. He might have did it too. I don't know, nigga weird. But he was right. I always like to give people their flowers, man. Blandrew was right. He saw this shit. You know, even little small shit that we didn't necessarily see the problem with, like them censoring certain games and doing shit like, all that shit go back to the same shit, bro. It do. They moving weird, bro. They moving weird. And you think that shit don't matter, but a dev will skip out on, because Nintendo don't give a fuck about that shit. Microsoft don't give a fuck about that shit. So when a dev that Sony did dirty and made them censor the game and do all this other extra shit, hey man, look, we got a system. You can put that shit on there. It's still bad right now because Microsoft just in the fuck. If Microsoft wasn't so fucked off, bro, it'd look so different, bro. Like Microsoft, they can't help themselves neither. They fucking like a chicken with their head cut off, right? So Sony is very blessed in that way. Nintendo don't give a fuck, right? Nintendo started the whole blue ocean strategy. Now, if you don't know what the blue ocean strategy is, they got the red ocean strategy and the blue ocean strategy. Nintendo early on said, we can't compete with Microsoft and Sony. We gonna let them kill each other and cannibalize each other in the red ocean, and we gonna swim peacefully in the fucking blue ocean, right? The Nintendo system is a great secondary console. We gonna do our own thing. We gonna let them dudes, copy and gimmick each other, and they gonna cannibalize each other. And they were right. Now, Nintendo is at the top of their fucking game, and Sony and PlayStation is searching for answers, and ain't neither one of them impressing nobody. So even though we might laugh and ridicule Nintendo, they were 100% correct. Sony and PlayStation running the PC for nigga pennies. Nintendo ain't doing that. Nintendo ain't doing that. And Nintendo still doing movies, TV. And the Mario movie was better than the Mario movie was better than the Last of Us show. It was better than the Uncharted movie. It's going to be better than Gran Turismo, and it's going to be better than Twisted Metal. And it probably costs a fraction of the price. I said a fraction. I'm still thinking about now. It's going to cost a fraction of the price. This is crazy, man. You can't make this shit up. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I just wanted y'all to know that I don't want y'all to know nothing. Cause y'all, every time I say something, I'm overreacting. I'm stupid. So fuck y'all too. How about that? I don't want y'all to know nothing. Factions ain't never coming out. What else they working on? What else we seen? What else I need to touch on, man? I'm trying to think of some other shit we seen that I want to speak about. Let me think. What else? What else? Anything else, man? I think that's it, bro. I think that's it. MGS, I ain't got nothing to say about MGS, man. No gameplay. I never played MGS3. I probably fuck
Iron
with it. I
Mike
don't
has
know.
just donated $2 through Super Chat. Yes, sir. Needed Jack to make sense of this poop.
Come to Nintendo. I just don't like the Switch, bro. I played the Switch a few times. I don't like the way the Joy-Cons feel. They feel cheap as hell, and they all small and shit. I just don't like the Switch as a system, bro. I can respect and appreciate the games that they do bring out, because Nintendo, one constant in this game industry is that Nintendo always delivers. Whether I like it or not, their fans are satisfied, the media is satisfied with them, and they make great, highly anticipated games, and they put craftsmanship in their games, and they care. That's one thing about Nintendo. You can tell at the end of the day, now Nintendo don't care for all the complaints and bullshit y'all got going on. They don't give a fuck about how you feel, but at the end of the day, they do truly care about the product that they release. And I can't say that about Sony or Microsoft. They don't give a fuck. They give a fuck about how much money you can give them. That's it. Oh, Insomniac. Okay. Yeah, I do want to touch on the Insomniac real quick.
Has just donated $5 through Super
I do want to touch on the Insomniac real quick.
Had over 25 first-party games. Now we barely get one a year.
And I just said this on my stream, and I just ended. Sony, the best thing Sony has done in the past 5 or 10 years was acquire Insomniac. Without Insomniac, you know, I'm not one of the people that hate hypotheticals. I don't hate analogies, but I know people hate analogies. They hate hypotheticals. But just look at the output Insomniac. Now, picture this. Hypothetically, just humor me, please. Imagine a PS5 current day that didn't have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, didn't have Miles Morales, didn't have Spider-Man Remastered, and we didn't have the announcements of Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. Imagine what position they would be in right now. They still in fucking dire straits right now with those games and announcements. So imagine how much worse it would be. It would be worse. Way worse. And it's horrible. Bruh, the bar is in hell right now, nigga. Like, bro, this shit would be with Blitz Red if they had them fucking games, man. Think about that. Insomniac back got to be going crazy right now, bro. Damn. God damn, man. I can't believe they done did this to us, man. I've been waiting 3 years. And you know what's crazy as a Sony fan? You got to go in knowing 3 years. It's going to take you 3 years to get that shit right. I went in with the 3-year plan. I trusted the process. But I feel like current day 76ers, man, we need to fire the coach. I feel like we need to fire the coach. Jim Ryan looking real Doc-ish right now at this motherfucker. He looking real Doc River-ish at this motherfucker, okay? Get this nigga the fuck out of here, man. Get this nigga the fuck out of here, please. I'm begging you. Him and Jim Ryan, no. Jim Ryan is Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan, Herman Host, get the fuck out my... Get out, man. Leave, please. At this point, I would take Phil Spencer. I swear to God, get Phil Spencer and Matt Booty the fuck over here. Get these niggas the fuck out of PlayStation, man. They stink. They fucking stink. I hate these niggas. I fucking hate Jim Ryan and fucking Herman. I hate these niggas. All right. I feel better now. I feel better now. I feel better. I think I feel better. I feel better. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm finna get the fuck out of here. I'm finna get banned. I'm gonna get banned. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Just donated $20 through Super Chat. Praise Jack Moo and Nintendo. Tarek's still a PlayStation dyke eater.
Yeah, we're done magic at, man. Get my man done, bro. If I was the Sony investor, see, they happy. The investors are happy, right? It's never good when your platform is making money, but they ain't making the consumer. See, that's why nobody cares. I don't know who we need to get, bro. We need to find Andrew House, Sean Layden, Adam Boyes. Man, we need, bro. Please come back, bro. Please, bro. Jack Tritton, please, bro. What we got to do, man? Please, bro.
Jerron Aries has just donated $4.99 through Super Chat. I guess we should have saw this coming. They showed nothing and was not giving us no information about factions 2 or even just new PS content.
Bro. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I'm so sad right now. I'm sad, but I'm not at the same time. You know what? I've come to grips with this. It is what it is, right? Why I care? I forgot I stopped caring. I don't care no more. I don't care no more. All right, new jag move. I don't give a fuck, okay? I don't give a fuck.
Life and Time Podcast has just donated $5 through Super Chat. The thing about Sony is they always dabbled in everything. They've been using the PS brand to do this. The problem? They don't commit long term.
That is true. You know, I'm sorry about the notifications, by the way, y'all. I feel like Sony is a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Now, I would have said single player experiences at one point, but hell. And this is the problem with PlayStation games too, man. And I know y'all don't want to see this or admit it. Even though PlayStation games are still really good, I wouldn't say they're great or amazing anymore. I really wouldn't. I say that respectfully. Like, I love God of War Ragnarok, but is it truly that much better than 2018? Like, it's a debate that can be had. You should never have a debate about that, right? Like, for instance, even The Last of Us 2, it's still a debate if The Last of Us Part 2 is better than The Last of Us Part 1. You see what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I feel like gameplay-wise, it's definitely head and shoulders above it, but story-wise, I don't know. You should never have that debate, bro. It was at one point in time, bro, when Sony brought out a new game, bro, you knew it was going to be head and shoulders better than the previous, man. You can't say that no more. You can't say it no more, man. You can't say it no more, bro. You really can't. I don't think you can. I think it's a debate. So that's an issue in and of itself. And I know we don't want to admit it. And the shit still sells. So maybe it don't fucking matter. No matter what they do, we still gonna support it, right? That's why Xbox in the you know, Xbox ain't got no fucking games neither, but it's still making the most money ever. And PlayStation in the same fucking boat now. Gamers used to develop games, man. Now businessmen do. That's it. That's my last point. I heard somebody say that a few weeks ago, and it really spoke to me. The difference is when games first really started coming out, you had gamers behind these studios. Then you got businessmen, right? Like Shuhei Yoshida's a fucking gamer. I can't say the same about Jim Ryan, brother. I can't say the same about Jim Ryan. I really can't. And it shows. He's a businessman. And he does great business. I just don't like that nigga. But anyway, man, I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Impromptu. I just got through streaming, 2 streams in one day. Beautiful, right? I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to go watch The Little Mermaid and relax, okay? In thoughts, fuck PlayStation. I'm smoking on all their misfortune. Anytime a bad PlayStation story come out, I'm secretly happy. I might be like, damn, I'm like that Drake meme when dude you remember during the Raptors like Warrior series when somebody got injured and Drake was acting like he was all upset, like, oh man, fuck man, nah man. He didn't care for it. He's a Raptors fan, right? That's how I am. Every time PlayStation news come out, I'm like, oh man, what? They delayed patches. Secretly, my dick getting hard, right? My shit's standing up right now. I love the despair and dismay on everybody's faces. I love to see you bitch ass niggas crying in Twitter spaces. I love that shit. All you niggas that had something to say to me when I was trying to tell y'all bitch ass niggas to demand more, and then y'all say it too. I love it. You should have listened, bitch nigga. Anyway, I'm gone. Y'all have a good rest of y'all evening, man. All right? We out.